character he played was supposed to be an overweight, kind of like a
Yeah,
New York gangster,
yeah, and we're live.
and we are.
What's
Yeah.
going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fuck Around and Find Out with yours
Peace,
truly,
peace.
Butter and Wicked. If y'all want to know what the fuck we were talking about, we were talking about fucking these actors and how they lost all that weight hitting the gym and
What are they
taking
gonna do
medication.
for a role? Yeah.
Yeah, for a major role and shit like that. But that's how he was. That's how even Oprah Winfrey lost all that weight too. Fucking taking Ozempic and shit like that. And I don't
I,
even think.
I I haven't seen Oprah Winfrey since she was on that commercial for the Hawaii Five.
But then again, I don't even think that. I don't even think that bitch is fucking diabetic.
No, I don't think she's diabetic. She's just fat. She just eats. Come on, let's face it. Some of us just eat. I like
I mean,
food.
it's the same thing with Serena Williams. You know, she sat there was taking whatever medication to lose the weight.
I don't. As long as you don't become one of these people that think you're fat healthy, they carry it too far. I know I'm fat. I know I
Yep.
shouldn't be fat. But guess what? I like food. I'm going to eat food. To me, that trade off is what gives me pleasure.
Yep. Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Frosted.
What? Greg.
Craig D, you son of a bitch. But yeah, like, we're you and I are fat fucks. You know, we love our food.
Yeah, I like my food. Well, I'm getting to I can put it down now.
Yeah.
But no, I get it. I don't make fun of anybody that's fat unless you're one of these. I can do anything. I'm healthy. You just don't like me. No, I just not. You're spreading the wrong message. I know I'm
And
fat.
it's
I made
primarily
myself fat.
it's
McDonald's didn't make me fat. I did it.
it's primarily those vegans and vegetarians that fucking do that
Oh
shit.
God, I don't get me
I
started on
fucking hate those
vegans.
people.
Oh
I
God,
hate those people.
just keep reminding them though. My food poops on your food.
Cheryl just said I'm fat and I don't care.
Exactly. But you're not delusional saying I am just as healthy as you are. No, I know I'm not. I know my joints took a little beating over the years.
Exactly.
I get
I
it.
love
My
my
heart did
steak.
a little extra work.
I love my steak. I love my bacon. I love my chicken. I love my fucking burgers.
But as long as you don't go, well, nobody told me, or McDonald's made it look so good. No, you did it yourself.
Exactly. You chose to sit there
Yeah,
to eat McDonald's on a daily consecutive basis.
yeah.
And
It's the same thing with the kids that tattoo their face for piercings.
yep.
You did this to yourself. Do not cry when you're 40 going, why does everybody look at me funny? I can't get a job. Because
No,
you
it's
made a decision.
even when they sit there and tattoo the top of their hands and their fingers and then
Yeah,
their neck too.
yeah,
It's
it's
like when
cool in that moment that, with that group of friends, but sooner or later you're going to be 40 looking in the mirror going, oh God.
to go, why the fuck did I do that?
Who's that one with the colored teeth, the Skittle guy there?
Fucking 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that big tattoo
He
across his
fucking
forehead.
wrote shit on his face.
What are you going to look like at 40? Oh, God. Not everybody's Mike Tyson and can defend himself. You
Exactly.
know, I'm not making fun of Mike Tyson's face tattoo.
Exactly. You know, Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson did was stupid enough to get that fucking tattoo. You know, but he still, like, has the money to do all this shit. You know,
Yeah,
it's
but
just a simple
still, I
thing.
mean, but you gotta understand, you made that decision, and yeah, it does suck that we look at you now, and you're not eligible for some jobs. Nobody's gonna hire you for a waitress looking like a freak. Nobody wants you standing behind their boutique counter. You know what I'm saying? It just goes with the territory.
And that's funny. My father said I'm skinny living in a funhouse mirror.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to be skinny. I just want to be 200 pounds. But I'm happy where I'm at. I mean, over the last year, I lost 2 pant sizes. I'm happy.
Well, congratulations on that, sir. No, but yeah, it's just the simple fact that fucking, half these people not only complain about fucking whatever bullshit in the stores, they're complaining about, oh, I'm healthy, I'm vegan, I'm this, oh, that, oh, da 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 da. It's like, shut the fuck up. Holy shit, it's Gemma. I have many face piercings and I'm 4'11. I love them still, and I'm a chinky lass.
But you're not now. I'm not trying to be that asshole that I'm trying to be. But now, what's that going to look like for you down the road? How do them piercings hold up to aging skin? That like some tattoos, they kind of melt and bleed because it's aging skin. I'm generally curious what's it look like for the future of that.
Nah, I get that. No, I know the tattoo that I'm showing off right now. It's gonna look. I don't know when I get to the age of 40.
But that one, she was on TikTok rage baiting everybody. She applied to like Joanne Fabrics, high profile public jobs, but she had I think a bat tattooed across her neck,
Oof.
tattoos on the face, pierced everything you could pierce. And she was only on there for views. Why ain't nobody hiring me? Because look at your attitude. The second you get hired, we have to change policy next week. You're gonna turn somebody in for something.
I know there's like like four wrestlers that have like their neck tattooed. One has like a demon, two demons grabbing him right here. One has like a pit bull on his neck and shit like that. It's like, why the fuck would you do that to your fucking neck, you idiots?
I don't know, but then again, I don't have to like it. I don't know.
Well,
So you've had them since you were 17, and they're holding up fine. Well, cool. I mean, the only reason I say, I mean, I like to think I'm a genius, but I'm not. But I look at I look at stuff like, I mean, I've got scar tissue and stuff like that doesn't keep up with the rest of the surrounding skin. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just assumed that they would eventually
now
the
Wicked
holes
is
would
also
just lengthen on their own as your skin loses that elasticity.
now
That's what I
Wicked
was
is also
worried.
now Wicked is also still the type to try to set the house on fire.
Huh? No, I was just wondering how they're going to hold up because let's face it, when you get 60, 70 years old, your skin isn't like it was. It's not as elastic.
Yeah,
It's almost like paper at some point.
yeah, it is.
So I was just curious.
No, but I still seen those like old people that still get like fucking tattoos done, and they're in their like
Hey,
60s,
God bless
70s,
them. But
80s.
again, how does their skin take that? I just don't get how old skin reacts to that stuff well.
I have no idea, but like I said, they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s getting
But then
tattoos
again,
done.
here I'm not talking to I'm sure she's not in her fucking 60s.
Yeah.
So Cheryl, she's still young.
No, but yeah, there's still those people, that do all that shit, and there's those people that are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s that never gotten, any piercings done, and then they end up
Yeah,
going.
God bless them. I don't have any piercings, but I do get one. The one tattoo I got for my daughter, but only because it was her birthday. She wanted the tattoo. I said, "All right, I'll buy your tattoo." She goes, "But I won't go unless you go with me and get one." Because she was scared. I know she was scared, so I had to go get mine first.
Yeah, I sat 3 hours through mine.
Well, I
It,
don't. Mine took what, an hour and a half.
well, no, because they had to do all the line work for my shit, and then they had to do all the shading.
I
20 bucks is
always
dumb.
wanted more, but I grew up and I thought, well, I could spend $400 on a tattoo, or I could pay the light bill. I'll pay the light bill.
Well, that's how much mine costs, $400.
You're not that old, Cheryl. Oh, she
No, but
did.
yeah, it's just with the way things are, still going out. With the price of medication, shit like that. It's just insane, dude.
Oh, everything. You're right. But they
Dude,
don't realize it's all going to add up. You just said it. You take your price of medication, you take your taxes, you take the price of education, the price of gas, food. Everything's going up and up and up. And we destroyed this country
yep,
for a tax on tea, for a
yep,
3% tax increase. Not necessarily tea, but the Crown proposed a 3% tax increase. And we lost our shit and took a country. And we're sitting back and we're letting our government do this to us now. It's
and and on top of that, fucking Trump is sitting there saying, "Oh, we're not getting gas from fucking Iran," and yet our fucking gas is skyrocketed to like $4 and some odd fucking change. Prices just fucking astronomically
oh, don't
insane.
cover them jigsaws on your hand. My daughter's got a few of those. So, but no, but see, I wasn't. That's just interesting to me. I didn't know the skin would hold up to them. That's cool.
Yeah. No, it's just the like I said, especially with the price of food the way it is and shit, it's no. And then the price and then on top of it, like I said, the price of fucking like you just mentioned, Jim, the price of fucking tattoos. $400 or $500, $600 just for a fucking tattoo? No.
Yeah. But I look at it the same way as like a vacation. I'm not going to spend 3 grand to go to Disney either, because that's a car payment. That's a second car. No, yeah. To some people, it's worth it. But again, we got to go back to everybody's different.
Yep.
That's why you can't be a dick. I
I
can't
know
pick on you because you like rap music,
right.
because I don't want you to say anything about my country music.
I do know though, Jim, just to get my tattoo done, the artist that I went to, I asked him about getting the sleeve done. And he was like $1,500. I said, just do my fucking shoulder if that's gonna be the case. He was like, all right, that's gonna be 400. I said, you're out of your mind if you're gonna sit there and charge me fucking $1,500.
But I get tattoos. I actually like tattoos. Uh,
So do I.
I just think they should be tasteful if you don't want looks. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Don't have an upside down cross and Satan is Lord on your forehead and not expect somebody to stare at you. Uh,
Exactly.
but yeah, personally, I do like tattoos. I
So
think
do
they're
I.
cool, but I just personally aren't going to part with the money for to add on to mine. So
Yeah. I just like the design of like specific tattoos. Like for example, and I know I showed this off earlier. I like the design of mine. Because I just like the design in of how it looks. That's just me. You know.
I don't think I've ever liked anything long enough to stick on my arm forever and ever and ever, except for maybe my wife and daughter.
I mean, that's all you, brother. You pick and choose what you want, and that's
But
it.
that's it. I just choose not to get a tattoo. But I kind of like looking at people's tattoos. I think they're cool. I think some of them are phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
And then
You.
some I like the bad tattoos too.
Yep. It is crazy. The funny thing is, I don't know if you remember this. I don't know how many years ago that. the fucking Jets coach had that fucking one tattoo on his fucking arm.
No shit. So you designed your own tattoo, and your brother. Oh man, now that's one thing I don't know if I could do is be like a tattoo artist. Being like a beautician, you fuck up somebody's hair. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But man, that one bad day. Everybody has a bad day, and that would be my luck. I would.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
you know, yeah. No, my hat's off to him because I wouldn't do that to somebody.
Craig D, you pipe down. Talk about Dylan
Well, see,
Wonders.
that's another thing that we didn't, you don't realize about tattoos too, because most of them. Now, I'm not saying that the 18-year-old that got SpongeBob tattooed on his ass, but most people's tattoos are it means something. There's a
Doug.
story behind it for them. Maybe
Oh
not
yeah.
for you to know, but but again, if
Right.
they're tasteful, great. If they're not, expect a look. I don't expect hate. Nobody should ever be hated for their choices,
Right.
but you should expect some looks proportionate to the spectacle you're making. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? If I go out in a pink tutu, people are gonna look.
Oh yeah. Some people will pull a freaking Nelson from The Simpsons and laugh at you.
But now, like Big Jim was saying, uh, that autism puzzle. Now that is a very if you know what it is, you know what it is, and if you don't, it still looks
Yeah.
tasteful.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just a matter of fucking,
But if you got
what you
hate
get. Yeah.
or big dog tattooed across your knuckles, you're gonna get some stares. People,
Oh yeah. And some people, there's one person that got a letter on each the four knuckles. One person got the word drug written on one hand, and the other hand says free on the other. It's
mm,
like you're fucking retarded. Why the fuck would you do that?
well, but again, that's your right to.
No, but at the same time, fucking there's those idiots that are getting like fucking soda can logos on their fucking body.
Who was that one I saw? I can't remember. I will find it and I'll bring it onto the show. But there's this one kid, there's some famous guy, Kai, or does that sound like a famous person?
Kai Senate, yeah,
Okay, he famous.
yeah, he's a
All
streamer.
right, so this kid wants him to call him. So every day he hasn't got a phone call. He's got his name tattooed on him. This kid is covered in this guy's name. And he gets a tattoo every day or every week until this guy calls him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll find the clip. I know I've seen it two or three times pop up here now. Yeah,
That is creepy.
it is kind of, yeah,
That is like borderline fucking creepy, dude. Like,
it's just psychotic. I mean,
no, it's even like it's even like fucking Jelly Roll. Fucking, he has tattoos all over his face and shit like that. It's like, yeah, no.
yeah, but yeah, they looked like they were done by somebody in kindergarten. That was his problem.
Doug, you just have DC written on your face. No, but yeah, it's just like you said, Jimmy, just the stupidity of people getting these tattoos on their face. Dude, I was watching a fucking comedian show, like a scene from a comedy show or whatever from Michael Blaustein. He was talking to this one fucking bald guy, had an eye tattoo on the top of his fucking skull,
No, but
and
that's kind of cool. Now the skull, I think, is up for grabs because it's easily coverable without going out of the way to cover it. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
like like Big Jim saying, I got a tattoo on my hand that I can't cover. Yes, because the only thing you could do is wear gloves, and now you look odd and you're out of place. But I can put a hat on in most places nowadays. So I get the skull, I get under the hair. Uh, I get that. That's kind of cute. It
No,
depends, yeah, depending.
no, but Jim, check this though. So Michael Blaustein asked this guy, he's like, "Where else do you have a tattoo?" He's like, "Do you have a tattoo down, there?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "What do you have?" He's like, "A dagger."
Mm.
So the guy was like, "Is it on the shaft?" He goes, "No, it's just covering the entire thing."
Ew.
So he's like, "So now when you take it out, do you cut cheese with it like a charcuterie board?"
Oh,
I'm like, "Why would you even sit there and tattoo your?" And
God.
YouTube, sorry for saying this out on live. Why would you tattoo your cock with a fucking blade?
Why would you
And
tattoo that area anyway? Because I thought the whole tattoo idea of a tattoo is hopefully somebody will see it once in a
and the
while.
funny thing is, Jim, this guy's name was actually named Blade.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe he runs with a different circle than I do.
I don't know,
So,
but there's another dude, that tattoos nothing but Pokemon on his fucking back.
Oh,
Had just
yeah,
got one,
see that I don't get that, but hey, go ahead, do you, boo?
and fucking he got two characters, and they just got a brand new one right before the show. But fucking, these people are just insane, just for
But then
paying
again,
for.
here we are running off at the mouth like this, and I'm wondering who the hell gave me any right to make these people's decisions the wrong one. I think they're
Exactly.
wrong, but what if they think I'm wrong?
Right, but who's to say these people won't regret their decisions later on in life?
But who's to say they won't? We got one right here in chat. We got two right here in chat. Says they don't regret it.
Well, yeah, one of them, yes, which is Gemma.
So I mean, who's to say that they're wrong, I'm right, and I'm wrong and they're right? I mean,
Right. Doug says, "You do you."
so the Bible is right. Just don't be a dick.
That's why you smoke a lot.
I smoke a lot, so I don't have to be a dick. Because people make you have to be a dick.
Doug, I finally found somebody who can outsmoke you. It's this man right here on the panel with me.
yeah.
But the whole idea is not to outsmoke someone. The whole idea is to elevate the experience with another experienced smoker.
That is true. Well, as you know, because of the fucking medication I'm on, I can't smoke. So it kind of sucks.
But I hope I haven't offended anybody here with my mouth running off. But yeah, I mean, the whole point of that was to say I'm running my mouth, but it's just that it's my opinion, and
Oh
that
yeah,
in everybody is different. We're gonna go right back to your juice selection, to your coil selection, to the car you
yep,
drive, to the steak, the kind of steak you like. You like it medium rare. I like it well. Why should we fight over it? Why can't I go? Yeah,
exactly.
in my mind, you're wrong, but okay, that's your right.
Jim, my father just said, "Jim, you're always right. You're Jim."
Well, that goes without saying, but not everybody has the privilege of being Jim.
Go a little bit farther.
Exactly. What happened, Miss Kelly?
I said you're going a little bit too far there, saying that's always right.
I didn't say it. My father said that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's always right.
Except for when it's Jim.
I'm always right, and when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. That makes me right.
I'm just messing with you guys.
Jim, like my father said, you can never be wrong. You're always right. You're an innocent little noodle.
Oh, I'm not innocent. No,
No.
there's files on me somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny shit. No, but yeah, it's fucking. especially with the way fucking this world is coming to with just overpricing everything. Fucking, I just heard UK they're raising the prices on fucking vape juice and shit like that.
Yeah, but the UK's got a lot more problems with vape juice. They are, yeah, they are America 2.0 because they've got an immigrant problem. They've got a Muslim problem. They've got a government problem. They've got
Yeah,
a woke problem like we do. And them poor bastards ain't got half the rights we got to stomp on.
as we got three people from the UK watching and everything.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong then. I mean, you guys don't have a right to keep and bear arms, do you? Like we do. I mean, the cop cannot come take my firearm unless I'm breaking a law.
Exactly.
And as far as I know, there's not another country that has that in writing, guaranteed, and fought over and lost forever. You know.
Yeah. It is just the simple fact that because what was it? Bogan just did a video. Talk about they're charging extra tax and then tax on top of the tax for
Yeah,
fucking
but
every 10 mil of shit.
depending on your government charter, how do you got your government set up? Depends on how your people are treated.
Right.
And unfortunately, I've been watching, especially the UK. Them poor boys. I don't know how you've kept it together. I
Yeah.
don't know how you haven't just gone ballistic and murdered everybody. I'm sorry, YouTube, if you're on YouTube, because I said the bad word. But they keep saying we're the violent ones, but look at how far they've pushed. It's like watching them videos of that kid pulling that dog's tail and gnawing on his ears, and you just know that dog wants to rip his throat out, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
My hats off to the UK for holding together because I've seen too much. Too
And it's crazy, Jim, because in some other countries, if you're caught vaping, they'll fucking fine you for fucking X amount of dollars just because you're
yeah,
fucking vaping, and they'll in some other countries after that will also put you in fucking jail for fucking vaping.
yeah, but there are countries out there that go to Singapore and get caught with a dime bag of weed on you.
Yep.
You're in jail for years.
Yep.
And people say we get oppressed. People say that we got it bad.
It's just crazy with the way this world's coming to, but yet they're sitting there still saying, "Oh, vaping's this, vaping's that," but yet, what about all the people dying from fucking cigarettes and all the fucking bullshit?
Yeah, but the whole idea is you're not here to coddle me, protect me, and make sure that every aspect of my life is cared for. You're here to give me a place to live. You're here to make that place secure, and you're here to make that place livable. In other
Exactly.
words, the government they take care of our security, they take care of our infrastructure, and they take care of the general running of the country as a business as a whole. They're not
Exactly.
supposed to dictate what you can eat. They're not supposed to dictate where you can build a shed on your own property.
And that's exactly what they're doing.
We've given them way too much way too much leeway here.
And like I said, that's exactly
But
what's going
now,
on.
again, here we are. We're sitting here having this conversation, and we're not thinking about Craig and all them others over the pond because they can't even have this conversation because they don't have that piece of paper we got. And I'm not saying that is a bad way. I'm just saying this is what they want our Constitution gone for because then nothing
Exactly.
stops them. Nobody else, because there's nothing stopping Ireland right now from rising up and taking over and making their own constitution, other than years of bloody battles. But it's
Exactly.
doable. That's the price it costs. That's why we're so pissed
Yep.
when you burn my flag. Because we did do that. We did take that step. We did put blood on this. And you want to sit here and disrespect it? No.
And that's the thing. Some of these people are still going to continue to do that, regardless of what it is.
You got that right, Craig. You did rise up. You did do what you had to do.
And the crazy thing about it, Jim, is the fact that half these people get away with it, and then they don't think about the fucking repercussions afterwards.
Well, what do they call that? They call that the 15-minute syndrome. Most
Yep.
people, and now this is nothing against you or anything, but from millennial on, they everything is 15 minutes. You don't think past the next
Yep.
15 minutes. Everything is self gratification. You emotionally driven. That man disrespected me. Punch him in the head. You're not thinking about what happens 15 minutes later when he punches you back, or the cop pulls the
Exactly.
cops on you, or what if the guy fell down and busted his head open and died?
Exactly.
Nobody thinks past that point.
And that's the thing. Nobody really fucking thinks. It's just the fact that they're like, oh well, if I go to the local vape shop or I go to the local deli and steal something, they're not thinking of the repercussions. Like, okay, yeah, this person just called the cops. There's video proof of me stealing this. Okay, now I'm gonna end up going to jail for this shit.
Exactly.
It's just these people, have no common sense in the matter, and that's what the everybody just needs is just some fucking common sense. But unfortunately, Jim, there is no common sense anywhere.
Nope.
But unfortunately, that's why this world is turning into shit. You
That and
know,
a certain few groups of individuals in this world that just can't seem to learn how to get along.
get along. They just don't know how to. They don't even know what the fuck that's called. It's just the simple fact that half these people just love pointing the finger. Like, oh, this person did this. Oh, this person did that. Oh, he said, she said. Oh, this, that, the third. Nobody gives a fuck.
But
You know.
apparently they do because I've seen fights, I've seen murders over it.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, Doug. Avoidance and lack of accountability. And that's exactly what these people
Oh,
are turning
Christ.
to.
There's no truer sentence because nobody's accountable. I didn't do that. He shouldn't have made his TV so accessible if he didn't want me to steal it.
This. No, that's so fucking true. And fucking it's just the fact that, like Jim, like you and Bobby always said, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. No matter what it is.
Exactly.
You
If you're
know
gonna run that mouth, you put up with what's gonna come. If you're gonna speed, you don't cry when you get a ticket.
exactly. Don't sit there write a check your ass can't cash.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, you know
Don't be a dick.
exactly. It
Own
Jim.
up to your shit. Own it, go to bed. It's all you got to do.
Jim. It's like saying if I was to talk shit about you and somebody told you about it, you came to me like, were you talking shit? So and so told me you were talking shit. You said X, Y, and Z. I would have said something. I would be like, yeah,
But see, that's when my Gen X comes out because that would never have happened because somebody's going to say Dylan was talking shit about you. You know what Jim's going to go? Okay. Because Gen X, we didn't care. Because if we fought everybody that
excuse
said
me, sir.
something about us, we'd all be dead. We would not have a Gen X. You wouldn't be alive because your dad
Exactly.
would be dead. Because sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Something like that. That's
Yeah,
what
some
we
shit.
grew up on.
What's going on, Mister Urban Vapes? No, but yeah, you're right about that. But here's the thing with that though, Jim. You know, half half these people nowadays don't even know about that. They let all this shit, get to their head.
Because we raised this younger generation on emotion.
Exactly.
Everything was catered to. We can't make them feel bad.
Yeah.
We have to make them feel included. We have to make them feel special. We have to tell them they can do everything they want. We have to can't tell them no. We can't upset them. No, that kid needs to be put through the fucking ringer because the world is just that. It is a
Oh
mirror.
yeah. No, and that's the thing. It's just a simple fact that everybody wants to sit there and start a fight for whatever fucking reason. It's just, what the fuck? You
But
can't
I
fight
know for
over.
a fact that your father knocked that shit out of you when you were a kid. Whether you know it or not, whether you remember it, I know your father knocked that shit out of you when you were a kid. And I'm not saying he beat you. I'm saying I know he saw fit
Yeah,
that you weren't one of them little punks. Like
yeah.
I said, you're responsible for a lot of stupid things you say and do, but
Oh
you're
yeah.
not that kind of a punk. You know what I'm saying? And okay, so now we're gonna have to open up another avenue,
Yeah,
a
exactly.
strong male role model. That's the problem with 90% of America right now.
Exactly.
And I
That
don't know
is.
about across the pond. I don't know if you got that big of a problem, but us over here, single parent households, and usually it's mothers. And I know it's typically the black
Yeah.
community, whites, Hispanics. It don't matter. The single parent household is a problem in America, and it's usually mothers that are the single parent.
Right.
We lack that strong, positive male role model.
Right. And and the crazy thing is, half these people, nowadays, whether young or old, they half these guys had their, that male figure walk out their life. You know.
But with that male figure comes like Kelly was just saying, the family unit. If you
Yep.
don't grow up, now I understand you were a single child, but you still had that sense of family because my life isn't just about me. What
Right.
I did affected my brothers, my sister, my mother, my father, even my grandmother accordingly,
Yeah.
So you grow up with that sense of, okay, it isn't just me in this,
Yep.
be it good or bad. It isn't just me. If I find $1 on the ground, me and my brother, my two brothers and sister, we had candy.
Yep.
If I had a candy bar, we cut it 4 ways. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? There was always somebody else in the picture, and now it's every man for themselves.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
I watch so much YouTube. I'm embarrassed how much YouTube I watch. But you watch enough of these cop videos, and they don't even have loyalty to their own family, their own friends.
not to mention that one with that one woman with the shitty fingers.
Oh, oh no, you can't even count that as a human being. She can't even be in this fucking equation. No, if you can smile while you're taking a dump in a fucking phone booth,
And still wiping your ass with your hands
wipe
and
your ass
flipping the
and give the
cops
guy the
off.
finger. You nasty bitch. Oh,
That is one nasty asshole.
but I can't say that's a black thing because I watched a white girl drop trow and take a fucking piss in the middle of the street
Oh,
one night.
dude, I was fucking watching. Speaking of that shit, tell me how I was fucking on Facebook just scrolling and shit like that, and there was a fucking black bitch, same exact shit that you told me about with the bitch shit in the phone booth. No, this bitch was fucking right next to a park car, pulled the shit down, bent over, shit just flying out of her asshole. I'm like, you nasty bitch.
Oh,
That shit looked like a fucked up nasty torpedo coming out of her asshole.
I didn't need that description, but thanks.
You're absolutely welcome.
I've stopped on the side of the road, walked off behind a tree, and taken a leak before, but All
Oh
right.
no,
Oh, I did pee in a parking lot once.
oh no, Mark, Angela, and Brett fucking stopped. We were behind this one fucking person. Somebody got out of the car and fucking puked everywhere on the street. I was my eyes were closed, so I didn't see shit.
No, I would rather you do that in the middle of the street than anywhere else I could think of we might be doing together when you're puking. Yeah. Yeah, puking
Exactly.
in the street, that's cool.
All I heard from my father's room was, "You're so fucking foul."
He kind of is, and I'm trying to roll with it, but I'm losing it.
Jim, you lost it a long time ago. I'm sorry.
I had two of them, but the other one's out looking.
I think you lost all your brain cells over the past 40 something years of being married.
I kept two to rub together. They're in my best pocket over there.
Do you rub them like nickels?
Well, everybody says you ain't got two brain cells to rub together. I kept two. I'll always have two to rub together.
You really need a timeout. You really do.
I think it's the marijuana. I think it just encases the brain and kind of keeps it in like a what do they call it, a hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, hyperbolic
Yeah,
chamber. Yeah,
I think I got that barrier going. I'm trying to maintain it. I
and
don't get
on,
glaucoma.
and on top of it, I think when you deal with me, that barrier slowly deteriorates.
That's why I got to reinforce it. You notice I only have the bong in my hand when I'm talking with you.
She's so
I'm a
fucked up.
teetotaler. I'm a teetotaler while I'm offline.
It's so fucked up.
Kinda.
No, you can't say that though, because there are times in Zoom you have your vape in your hand.
Well, that bong is hot all day long. So
That's because you're
if
smoking.
anybody's in the gourmet area, stop on by.
That's because you smoke 24 fucking 7. That's why.
I do.
That's the only reason why it's hot 24/7.
But I'm hoping these new pills, maybe I won't have to.
Shit, you're telling me.
If I could get my legs back, I'd be happy.
Shit, you also need to get your mind back.
Nah, it's in a good place right now.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna get that call at 4 o'clock in the morning. Dude, I'm on Planet Snooper. You need to come get me down.
See, I'm old enough now. I'm not embarrassed to admit I tend to enjoy making people smile now instead of ruining their day. But I still don't mind fucking up your day.
Like the multiple different occasions where I'm sitting there muted and you think I'm
Not
not paying
necessarily
attention.
your day, but somebody I see on the street. I would much rather now make you smile. But if it need be, I will fuck your day up. I will give you something that will occupy your mind the rest of the day, and your day will be wrecked.
Nah, I do know that there's been a couple of times where I'm sitting here watching TV and you're talking about me in Zoom, in a joking manner, and you think I'm not paying attention. But it's funny. So, and you're like, he's not paying attention.
Good advice, Greg. Oh shit.
Ugh.
So what else can I have an opinion on?
Uh, what about Okay, so medical field. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we don't
So,
want to get a medical strike, but I'll talk medical.
what do
Yeah.
you think? Okay, so I have a medical question for you, and I've wanted to ask you this for the past few months. So, what do your take on these doctors not helping me? Deal with the pain. Say, oh, well, we don't want to give you opioids because you're so young and everything, but we'll try everything else.
Because that's all they can do. That's all they can do. They honestly don't want to give you opiates because you are so young. You're only 30, dude.
That's true.
You can't be on opiates yet because just because you're on opiates don't mean your pain goes away.
Right.
That means you're constantly chasing that pain. That means now your guts are fucked up. You can't poop right. Uh, and God forbid somebody steals your drugs, you lose your drugs, and you can't get your drugs.
Right.
So now that's an honest excuse. But now you always got to look at the doctor because you know the doctor because he's
Right.
your only doctor. But that doctor, you're one of 10,000 people that doctor treats.
Right.
So he can't look at Dylan and go, okay, Dylan really needs these. He's still got to, in the back of his mind, go, is this kid going to go sell these drugs? Is this
Right.
kid just looking for more drugs? You know, because he doesn't know Dylan like Dylan knows him. So, I mean, yeah, but opiates, they really fucked the pooch when they got everybody hooked on them and it became such a problem because now doctors are just so scared to talk about them.
Yeah. Well, I'm only asking because, as you know, I was at the pain management doctor a couple of months ago, and just to talk to me about the results of the fucking MRI, and he's like, "Oh well, I can't give you anything because of your age, and there's nothing more I can do."
Yeah. No, and it's gonna come down to now this isn't making fun of nobody, this isn't being a big shot, this isn't being macho. There comes a point where something's gonna happen to you that you're just gonna have to learn to deal with. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to learn what makes it worse, what makes it better. And you're gonna have to live your life accordingly. Because not all hurts can be healed. Physical hurt.
Now what? Now what about surgeries though? Because
See, surgery is a slippery slope, dude. Because unless it's a yes, I can fix it, or no, I cannot fix it. If it's well, we can go in and try this, and then if that don't work, now you're getting into a slippery slope.
yeah,
Especially when you start talking with your joints, your ligaments, your nerves. If they want to go into your back, your shoulder, you're talking your rotacuff.
yeah,
Mine's destroyed. My only chance now is a shoulder replacement.
yeah,
You can't do that because once you have a shoulder replacement, you can't lift 15 pounds ever again.
right,
And it's just, yeah. So find out and do not get involved with Tylenol, Motrin, or any of that. Because that we know now will kill your liver, kill your gallbladder. Uh, no, that's why I smoke a lot of weed is because that's my balance between insanity and handling the pain.
yeah. Jim, hold that thought. Why don't you talk to chat for a bit? I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, go, go, go. We don't need accidents because I will never let you live it down. But yeah, no, well, okay. So Dave says surgeon, he just wants to cut your ass anyway. So he's going to tell you what you want to hear. That's how he makes his money. I hold a lot of stock in physical therapy though. My bone crack has done me wonders. I did do some physical therapy on my knee and shoulder. It was okay, but it was nothing I couldn't do at home. But I just felt weird having them young girls just mauling all over me. I know it's funny to say, but it's weird when you're fucking 50 something years old at the time and you got these 22-year-olds mauling all over you. Nah, it's uncomfortable.
Jim, you look like you're 13, especially with a grown man beard.
Thank you.
Nah, but yeah, it's. My father says it wasn't pain management; it was an orthopedic surgeon. But fuck it, I'm only saying that because this guy wants me to go speak to the neurosurgeon
See,
because
that's when you start scaring me. Neurosurgeon, nerves, no. See, it all goes together.
yeah, because he wants me to go see the neurosurgeon for the arthritis in my neck and the discs in my neck.
The discs you would have to show me need surgery. The arthritis, dude, I would learn to live with it as long as you can. Unless it's the stuff that if they can give you a medicine to stop the progression, that's one thing.
Right.
But I don't know if I know anybody that's ever started that road and it's ever ended well. It's always one more surgery. Well, okay, now we got to do this. And okay, now we need one more. And you're looking at the next 50 years just totally miserable.
Well, yeah, because
But I
you
can
know,
be miserable and not cut up either.
yeah, even if this neurosurgeon, mind you, this is the same doctor my father saw. I don't know how many years ago.
Well, I got no question in his ability, and I don't question the need for it. But
Well,
it's just I know me. Once it's like when you're working on a car. Once you start changing one thing, it all
yeah, you
goes.
gotta end up changing everything else too.
It one after another, and that's the way I see it. And
Yep.
I've had I don't know how many different surgeries, and every one of them has left me with a new problem.
No, my thing is, even if this doctor says, yeah, okay, we're gonna do the surgery, I'm still gonna be left in pain.
Well, that's it. And you may be trading one pain for another.
I mean, even if he says, "Oh no, you need to lose X amount of weight first or X amount of pounds for me to do surgery on you," I'm just afraid I'm still gonna be left in pain afterwards. It's just I don't want to, be left in this position.
The best thing you could do, you just said it: lose weight and change your diet. Maybe not so much chopped cheese and ribs.
Yep.
I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying, okay, do I really need that, or could I do this today?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, we were having this discussion earlier.
Yep.
You know it. You're not blaming anybody but yourself. Oh,
Exactly.
cool. I'm not going to lecture you. But yeah, that would be the best thing you can do. Because my feeling, wholeheartedly, once you start the surgery route, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's like betting against a house. You're really stacked against you.
You know, it's like that one joke. What's the similarities between a woman and a tornado? They're wet, wild, and take everything that you have.
Come in with a fucking hoot and holler and leave with your house. Yep.
It's just a matter of, like I said, I don't want to be in this pain anymore. But I was talking to fucking the psychiatrist, the one, which is the doctor that I told you gave me that fucking medication. We were talking about doing disability and shit like that. For the anxiety, for the depression, and shit like that. And she was like, "Oh well, it would be a good idea because of the fact that I am in the chronic pain that I'm in with my neck and my shoulder, and the fact that I have the disability and the anxiety and the panic attacks." So she's basically classifying that I have like three disorders and the chronic pain. So she was saying it would be good for me to go on disability because of that.
I don't know about all that, but I know a lot of that. I don't know because I know how I would battle that. I know what I would do, but I can't articulate that into words.
You would smoke a lot of dope.
No, no, no. I mean, that'd be part of it, but we all know that. No, it's hard to articulate. Like I have my ways of dealing with bad news,
Right,
and I know how to make it stay here in my brain, not up here, and wreck my day. I know how to compartmentalize, but I can't tell you how to do it
right,
because I don't know how I do it. I just know I do it, and that's like that with a lot of things.
right,
So when I say smoke dope, it helps with the pain. I don't know how to explain to you why, how, what
right.
you're going to get out of it. I just know it works for me. When I
Exactly.
say cut it out, don't think like that. I know because that's how I do it, but I can't tell you how to do it.
Exactly.
It's frustrating.
It really is. It's just one, like we keep saying. It's one thing after another. If it's not, you know, doctor shit, it's something going on with the car. If it's not something going on with the car, it's something, some other personal shit that's coming up. It's one thing after another.
That's life.
Unfortunately, that's what it's going to be for the rest of your damn life. That's why I'm saying don't give into it now.
Yeah,
If you start down that road now, you're going to be useless by the time you're 60.
yeah,
In your generation, you're expected. If you take care of yourself right now, I'll bet you your generation will start living 90, 100 on average.
yeah. It's just that's what I want to do. I want to sit there, take care of myself. That's why I'm going to all my doctor's appointments
Yeah,
and
no,
doing
do
what
it,
I gotta
man.
do.
But I would try to break away from. Well, I don't know how to put this. You got to try to break away from the stereotype, what you think you should expect from these diagnoses.
Right,
Because I know if somebody told me, okay, look, I'm going to diagnose you depressed.
right,
All right, am I depressed? I guess I am depressed. Now I got a reason to be depressed because I am depressed. Doctor told me I'm depressed, so
right,
I'm going to be depressed. Don't fall victim to your diagnosis.
right,
In fact, I take it as a challenge and I try to say, fuck you, doctor. I'm going to do it my way. And I'm not depressed. And I will do everything I can to prove it. So that, I mean, again, I can't explain the reasoning. I can't explain the method. But yeah, don't fall victim to your diagnosis because
yeah,
they told me I wasn't going to walk a flight of stairs. They told me I was going to die 3 times. I mean, they tell you a lot of things.
yeah. They tell you
They tell
shit.
a bumblebee he can't fly. Motherfucker makes delicious honey. So,
Yep.
come on.
That's exactly just what it is at the end of the day. It's just
But
all
I
you
do, if they give you the option for physical therapy, take it.
do. Yeah,
That I do believe helps. And you're 30. You could use a few
yeah.
20-year-olds mulling all over you.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, I
want
had
that.
one. She was gorgeous. If I was 30 years younger, she was cute. But no, I just felt weird. It was,
Jim said it felt weird.
no, not Betsy.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
no, the one down here when I went down to
Oh,
down by Burger King. You met her. You went down a couple times and met her. Oh, she was cute as hell. Yeah, Spitfire, but she was just way too young. I just feel weird. She was younger than my daughter. No, you don't touch me there.
yep.
She could be your granddaughter.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's their job. I know they train like nurses. When a nurse
Yeah.
comes in and gives you a sponge bath, that's it. You can say all you want, read all the penthouse stories you want. It's not
Yep.
anything more than she's doing her job.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it still feels weird.
Yeah.
Wait till you get your first colonoscopy.
No,
That feels
fuck
weird.
no.
Laying there with your fucking asshole hanging out, and all these young girls are going talking about their own business. It's like, wait a minute, I'm the fat guy with my asshole hanging out here.
No, the funny thing is, Jim, when I had the endoscopy shit done, and I was talking to my father about the shit, because him and the nurses were making fun of me that I don't do well on fucking anesthesia. So as I'm sitting there just waiting to leave and shit like that, asking for my fucking phone so I could text my father, and how for the colonoscopy they expect you to fucking rip ass and shit
Yeah.
Ugh,
like that. So I'm sitting there, I'm fucking waiting and waiting and waiting for 30 minutes. I fucking had a fart. So all you smell is fucking nasty ass rotten eggs all surrounding me. And doctor was like, "The fuck is that smell?" I was like, "Sorry."
sorry. No, I love anesthesia. I feel bad for people like you that don't do well on it, 'cause I
Nah,
love it.
I just don't do well at all.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Fucking the doctors and nurses fucking make fun of me for fucking being on the shit. It's like, don't make fun of me. I don't do well.
Oh, I really do. I can honestly say I like that feeling. They say count back from 100, 99, and then I wake up and I'm happy because my doctors always shoot me up with good drugs when I wake up, and I wake up happy. And
He said I wake up happy.
the only time I wasn't happy was the time I didn't get anesthesia and I got a spinal. That didn't make me happy. Do you realize you may not feel your pecker for 24 hours after a spinal? That is very unnerving when you're a guy that's very attached to his pecker.
I didn't need to know this.
Well, don't ever get a spinal
Why would I want one to begin with?
because I wanted to be awake for the surgery. They were operating on my knee. I wanted to be awake and watch it. So I opted for a spinal. And after a spinal, some parts take a long time not to wear off. And I couldn't feel my pecker for almost a day.
That is some fucking serious issues.
Yeah, it was.
Very serious issues. Because back then I used it quite often.
Jim! I don't need to know about your pecker.
You said I used it often.
Listen, I don't need to know how many times you played with it.
I think I kept a record for a while.
Oh my Lord Jesus. I'm definitely going to fucking church after today's show still.
You'll need it.
I'm
Oh
definitely
my
going to fucking
goodness.
church.
You'll need a full body cleansing.
Yes, I really do need that. But then again, I don't think that fucking would help me. Not in this case. Just dealing with Jim.
No, what's going to help you is just a strong, positive attitude. I know what's wrong with me now. Let's fix it. That's all. I mean, the doc told me what's wrong. I'm fixing it.
Jim, there's a lot of things fucking wrong with you.
Okay, I'm fixing what I can fix.
That still don't change the fact that there's still a lot of fucking things wrong with you. Joe Jose, how's it going? For fuck's sakes. After that, I don't know what the fuck to do or even fucking what to say. Thank you for that, Jim.
Oh my God, you said something to keep his mouth shut.
Hey, exactly. For once, I'm being a good noodle. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we've already hit that hour mark. Jim, anything you got left to say?
I said enough. Don't be a dick. Make
All
somebody
right.
smile. I mean, it's just a lot more fun and a lot less paperwork.
Yes. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, have a blessed day.